Hi there, it's Hamish, the founder of Brightbook. I'm very excited to give you 5 key tips for preparing for engagement season. Engagement season is now a few weeks away. This is when 40% of all proposals happen for a year. So over the Christmas season, it's where a huge number of engagements happen, and that's when we see a huge spike on Brightbook. So we currently have around 70% of UK couples use Brightbook to help plan their wedding amazingly. And we'll see this spike go through the roof. We expect over 50,000 couples, new couples, to join Brightbook over the Christmas period. And I'm here to help you get ready and make the most and surf the wave that's coming of all these new couples. As Christmas time comes, this is when a huge number of proposals happen. And then wedding planning all kicks off. The first thing to do is find your venue. That's what our checklist will instruct them all to do. And they're coming to look at you, and I want to make sure you're in the best place possible. So number 1 is I'd highly recommend looking at all your photos across not only Brightbook, but all your digital marketing places. So this can be other directories, this can be on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram, on your own website. Look at photos. So we see this on Brightbook enormously, that photos is the number 1 first decision factor couples are going to look at. It's your poster, your shot front for the whole world. They'll look at that photo and then decide, do they want to look at your profile, look at more detail, then choose to contact you. The average couple will review 23 venues and then choose to contact 8 of them, then actually only visit 3 of them. So from that 23 to 8, that's where you want to be in the best position possible. That's where photos is the number 1 thing to do. So look at your photos, email photographers and ask for the best photos, look at your Instagram and see your best performing photos, and update your profile. Your venue consultant at Brightbook can help you do this to make sure you're in the best position possible. The first photo needs to be that hero shot that they're going to put on their social media, put on their mantelpiece. That's going to be one of the most important photos they have on themselves for their whole life. That's the photo you want to be showing off and seeing them aspiring to, catching their attention so they go through to your profile, and then that's when they're down to contacting you and we can talk through all of that. So the second piece I'd highly recommend, and the second most important thing after photos, is reviews. So couples haven't planned a wedding before. It's incredibly important. It's incredibly emotional. What they're looking for is social proof and trust to find a venue that they can put this very precious piece in front of them. And other than photos, the next most important thing people are looking at is team. And the best way to judge a team is from reviews until they've met you. The average couple will read 42 reviews before contacting their 8 venues. On average, they'll read 7.8 reviews of the venue they eventually choose. So reviews are incredibly important. Upload them and request them onto Brightbook. You can upload testimonials, go and find your thank you emails and thank you cards and put them on your Brightbook profile. Put a message out on your Facebook, sharing the link so couples can add reviews to your Brightbook profile. I'll put that in a link below and we'll put that in an email. But collect these. You've done all the hard work of hosting a wedding. The best prize you get is a lovely review that will help you secure future couples, because obviously we're in the hardest industry because we have no repeat business in our industry because we're hosting weddings. Get reviews and then they can help you get other couples. Next up, preparing for engagement season, is look at all your processes and review your processes to respond to inquiries. Having a fresh look at what do my sort of templated response look like? What am I looking for? How do I respond to a couple? And on that, that's when, try and take that step back The most important thing is the speed of your response. Not only does that help you rank higher on Bridebook, but it's what couples want. That's why our algorithms optimize fast response venues. If you're wondering how quickly you're responding, look up your Bridebook league tables that you would have had recently. You can see how you're comparing to other venues in your county. You want to be a fast response. That's what millennial couples and digital native couples expect today. So respond really quickly. At the same time, look at your templates. Couples don't want to receive massive essays of copy pasted text. The best thing to do is get the conversation going, have some photos, start the conversation, get them into conversation, then you can share more and more information. Couples aren't expecting a huge response when they've just they're just tentatively inquiring. Get that, start showing your personality and you'll really stand out. The other piece of that, and something very exciting that I know quite a few venues are now testing out, is think of other mediums. You might be contacting them on email. Is it appropriate? And you can test it yourself. Pop them a text message, pop them a WhatsApp with some photos. Hey, thanks for reaching out. I've just popped you an email. Any questions? You can just message me here. Couples are much more used to being on their phone and sending messages than sending emails. Think how you can, make the most of that opportunity. The fourth thing is, how can you prepare your team best? So something we've done at Hedsa is cross-trained our team. We know in January we won't have many weddings to host. We actually purposefully avoid that. And what we do is cross-train our event managers and duty managers so they're able to reply to inquiries and handle the first wave of inquiries. And then our trained sales team or salespeople can handle, the next stage or talking to couples and things like that. And think, how can you, optimize and get your team ready and preparing your processes, and, talk with your venue consultant at Bridebook, and we can help you and share loads of tips we're seeing from lots of other venues. And then finally, the fifth one that I'd highly recommend is think about targeting the right couples. You want to prioritize and use your time as wisely as you can. If you're a pro venue on Bridebook, you can target couples. You can say, I've got this gap in my calendar. I want to reach this couple. I want to reach couples with this budget, which allows you to be much more focused and know the time you're spending on responding to inquiries is vastly more effective than a lot of low quality inquiries. We want to get you in front of the right couples, and couples want to, are precious of their time as well. They don't want to spend time with venues they can't afford or with the wrong capacity. That's why making sure your profile on Bridebook is as up to date as possible. Show your pricing, show your capacity, show your bedrooms and accommodation and all these things. Make sure you have as much information as possible. So when couples are filtering and trying to find the perfect venue, they find you really quickly, and you can be jumping into wonderful conversations, going from one of those 23 down to one of the 3 they're going to visit. And it's down to you to convert. So those would be my 5 tips for engagement season. The only bonus one I'd talk about, think about how to differentiate yourself. Think about, how can you stand out from the crowd? How can you show your personality? How can you, differentiate or show, you care more than anyone? And that's what couples really want. As we said, first up is photos, second up is team, and reviews is great for that, but little touches are really precious for that. At Hedsa, when someone books their wedding with us, we send them a pot of our homemade honey with an engraved teaspoon with the initials of the couple and their wedding date, which goes, goes down so incredibly well. We just launched these for engagement season, which are beautiful diaries or journals for couples to have. This is Hedsa, this is our cows that everyone loves, this is our geese, this is the rhododendrons that come down the drive, and it's just a lovely giveaway that shows some of our sort of culture and attention to detail and care. So those are my 5 tips plus a bonus. I hope this has been useful. Good luck, and I know I and Team Bridebook wish you the best and here to help any way we can. So thank you very much. Cheers.